Guys, it's JW, and it's Monday, and I'm at the elementary school, my third stop of the day. I've been hustling today. Didn't have time to jump on earlier, so I thought I'd pop on. Not much going on. The new plan here at the elementary school, which I spoke about last week, by me no longer having me no longer direct traffic and just concentrate on crossing the kids and keeping the environment safe in that area where I do cross the kids, making certain that the crosswalks are clear and so on and so forth. Seems to be working out. People are still causing problems for the buses, but as I also alluded to last week, the bus drivers seem capable of overcoming just about any obstacle. I know at some point someone will pull in at an angle that will not allow the bus to get in, and that's when I have to make the decision whether to intervene or not. But as I said, it's been working out pretty good by me just staying out of it, which is, I don't know if you picked up on any of these, but I may not be coming across the way I think I am, but I try to pass on life lessons in the videos that I do. And it's like sometimes you can become too involved in a situation, whether it be your job or your child's life or something your spouse is doing or not doing, and you can become too involved. And sometimes, in fact, I think most times, the best way is to step away, and other than, I'm not talking about if someone's trying to hurt themselves or something, but if you know they might be making a mistake, as long as it's not a mistake that's going to cost them a health issue or something of that nature, as long as it's just a mistake that they'll survive it and hopefully learn from it. So I'm finding that I used to be I think I still am in many respects, type of individual who tries to save others from making the same mistake that I have made in my life. And I honestly think I'm cheating them out of an experience. Now, in the case of school traffic, you may not see the point, and I'm not even sure I have a point. But I think people learn by observing, and I think most of the people that I get angry at sometimes are probably pretty intelligent people. And I think just like the bus drivers have figured it out, I think the drivers will eventually figure it out, and they'll self-police each other by just starting to wait in the correct locations, not park on the crosswalks, and it'll all work out. At least that's my hope. But leave a comment down below on what you think. Do you think the best way to sometimes fix a situation is to distance yourself from it? Because I'm beginning to think, and I guess I've known this pretty much my whole life, most of my adult life for certain, but it's one thing to know something and it's another thing to act on it. And I'm kind of seeing that maybe, in past years, maybe I would have been better off stepping back from situations. Like my daughter, when she was having issues, I think I probably, not that I was a helicopter parent, but I think I probably overprotected her in some instances. It was out of love, of course, as most of us love our children, and we try to do things for them that will save them some kind of pain that we experienced when we made that mistake. And I'm learning that maybe I should have let her experience more of that type of thing, because she is not as worldly as I wish she were. I grew up in the city, and we raised our daughter in a suburban location, a nice location with a good school system. I grew up in the city, and I experienced a lot of things that kids out here in the suburbs really, they think, some of the kids think they're tough out here, but a lot of them wouldn't survive. They don't have the street smarts, and I have a PhD in street smarts, and I try to pass that on to my daughter, but I didn't do it correctly because I would, again, try to bail her out of tough situations instead of letting her get herself out of them. And, an example was one time she did some work for a person, her and another girl raked leaves for a person who didn't pay them the amount they were supposed to pay them. And the girls did a really good job. I said, well, maybe it's because you didn't do a very good job. She said, no, Dad, I did a great job. So I went up and I checked it out, and I said, I think you did a fantastic job, the both of you. So I went in and I just knocked on the door, and I introduced myself in a nice way. And I said, my daughter and her friend said that you negotiated one price, and then you decided to pay them, quite a bit lower. It was almost half of what she told them she would pay them. I said, what part of the job were you unhappy with? I said, looks to me like they did a real good job. Well, I told them they should have done something in back, and they didn't do it. And my daughter had told me that she never told them that. And it was just one of those instances where I should have let the two kids handle it. Just, I think they were like 14 or 15. And they were just trying to earn some money. I forget whether they wanted to go to a concert or something they were trying to earn money for. And there are other examples, too, where I probably overstepped my parent boundaries. But, I think we all do that to a certain extent. And so this school thing that's going on, I'm thinking along the same lines that I need to just step back. And so far it's been working. So that's my tip for the day, my recommendation for the day, if you will. And I'm sure a lot of you are much better at it than me already. But for those who maybe are a little overbearing sometimes, the way I can be, and a little, I don't want to say overbearing, but maybe over-involved might be a better term. Maybe it'll help you. And that's my hope anyway. Everything I say on these videos is designed to help the people who watch the channel, and I hope I'm accomplishing that. But anyway, got to get my gear together. It's about 10 minutes of 3. I still got another 5 minutes before I have to get out of the car. And the cars are starting to not back up today. They're actually still moving. The bus seems to be getting in without a problem. And just as I say that, a car pulls in front of the bus, and now the bus is going to have to make a pretty pinpoint turn. But looks like the bus is going to make it. So that's good. Not by much, but like I say, they're good. So anyway, I'll talk to you folks later. Thanks for jumping on with me. Take care.